It's week 3 of the National Football League, and there's no love lost between these AFC North foes. It's the Bengals and the Steelers, just ahead on EA Sports.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they come in at an early... On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
The Steelers at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Fancy footwork at the 45. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper. And a first down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 68 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first, but they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Off the RPO, he completes it. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So here are the Bengals now with a long field ahead of them. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
This defense for the Steelers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got.
Here's a diving catch right side. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
2nd and 7.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. You talk about this Bengals defense.
Now they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And this game, for them, is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now that brings brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken at around the 40. That'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
3rd and 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Started.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 40 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Off play action. Clinton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a handoff up the middle. Knighton. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw here. Out of nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does. And I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Following the fumble recovery, Clinton, he'll buy some time. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal.
And he's going to use his legs here.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now this throw caught left side. On the move past the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looking to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Operating from the gun. Clinton, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal?
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's complete to Cook. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has, percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Clinton. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Clinton. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To throw on 2nd down. Clinton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Clinton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Ravens who have the lead as they play the second quarter. The Ravens locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we take the trip across Lake Erie to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. The Lions trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And that one all tied.